built-in tuner. I think it'd be cool to have a built-in metronome, like a light that, not meant to like keep you on the whole song, but you can have presets for like up to 10 songs or something where it's just like a starting point.
What I've kind of come up with over years of playing, I've owned a lot of guitars, Fenders, Gibsons, PRSs, all kinds of stuff, and you know, I always love Gibson sounds over any other guitar. They always have the best sound about it. You know, the humbucker Gibson is just, Les Paul, SG, whatever, is just hard to beat. However, playing them over the years, I've always been frustrated because they're always very picky, and I can't, like a Strat, you can beat the shit out of it and it just keeps playing, and you can be very expressive with it, not worry about it going out of tune and all that kind of stuff. Whereas a Gibson, you gotta play with a little more finesse, So, what I've always thought is having something that sounds like a Gibson but plays like a Strat, you know what I mean?
Hi, my name is Rick Carney. I'm the music director of the Austin School of Rock. Been a professional musician for 30-some years. Been a Gibson player on and off my whole life. I have a lot of SGs, Les Pauls, you name it. My designs basically are refinements of current things, but stuff I haven't seen. Most notably some semi-hollows, semi-hollow SG, sort of like a thin line Fender Tele concept, and then a Les Paul Jr. with the same idea. Another thing, with dealing with the School of Rock, I run into a lot of stuff with the Epiphone guitars. There are great guitars that have shortcuts in electronics. I think a mid-grade Epiphone where the electronics were upgraded a little bit would add a lot of value to that guitar and would be like a direct competition and a better guitar for the money than, say, like the Mexican series Fenders. Because typically those Epiphones are great, but they run into problems with the pots, the pickups, and the aftermarket stuff is very popular for those. If you would just market the upgrades as an option, I think that would be something that people would be interested in.
Basically, the resonator would be like the old National feel to get that bluesy kind of twangy sound, and the option would be either banjo strings or flat-wound strings, not any of the other one. Along with this guitar would be 4 different pickups. One would be a clean pickup, another one would be a fuzzy pickup, another one would be a tremolo pickup, and another one would be a distortion pickup. Also, it would have a tuner, but not a manual tuner. It would be just a built-in tuner and a thing where you could put a chip in it, where you would have the option of downloading it for writing purposes. So like what you're playing would be transcribed musically, like an app or something.
Well, it's interesting you mentioned the card to record on, because my idea was a onboard acoustic preamp with converters in it. So you got analog to digital, and then you could also do the other direction, which would open up a lot of possibilities. You could do modeling stuff on the board. You could put a simple recorder on it to record an SD card or something.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm a bass player, guitarist, studio owner. I play in a band called Quiet Company here in Texas. Also a graphic designer, so my stuff is all tiny, looking for what it's worth. To be able to make a physical vibrato built right into the guitar. So I thought a star-shaped guitar would be a lot of fun. Probably not a terribly playable guitar, but totally a flashy stage kind of guitar. And I don't know if you, Bootsy Collins star bass. I'd love to see a star bass that's not, it's a $5,000 custom job. And this one, I just was going for something that was kind of surf meets a little bit of a Moss Right feel to it. It started out as just taking a Les Paul and twisting it about 15 degrees, and then I started screwing with the curves a little bit because I didn't really like the way it canted without being quite like a comfortable shape. And after playing around with it for a little while, I came up with a shape that I liked, and that was really it. It's just a shape that I liked.
Howdy, my name is Zach. Kind of my ideas on the new Gibson model or whatnot. I'm trying to want to get a Gibson country model of some sort. We got an SG here. It's kind of like the cousin of the Tele a little bit, in my opinion, the way I play it. It's kind of like the meaner cousin of the Tele, and I kind of wanted some kind of a hollow body SG. Maybe get it a little wider for the sound, but have some F holes here. and yeah, it's still lighter, still not as big as the bigger hull bodies you guys got around here, but it'll be a smaller frame, kind of like a quick draw, quick shooter type deal. Also for my country playing style, I like to bend behind the nut, and there's not that much room behind here, so I like to do a full bend behind the nut so I can go from an A to an A7. So, in the way this guy bends down here, I think it only bends like a quarter or a half step back or up. So, we need some extra bending room behind here to get kind of that country sound a little bit. And I really want kind of tired of the telly and the country music. You see anybody with a telly, it's kind of annoying. I would like to see something like this in the country scene.
Hi, I'm Brian Robinson. I'm from here in Austin, and I'm a musician. I play guitar and bass in a few bands. And my idea is for, I'm calling it the Grabber G6 guitar. So what I did was I started with a Les Paul Special double cutaway, and I added the Flying V headstock to it because the Grabber had kind of a Flying V inspired headstock, and then I extended out the top horn to kind of emulate the way the Grabber looked. And I also took the pickup selector from down below where it was right here underneath the bridge and moved it up to the top horn more like a Les Paul. That's just a personal preference of mine. This would be something kind of cool that you could wear kind of low slung and have a really cool stage presence, and people would see you up on stage and be like, wow, what is that? Never seen that before. And so it could be kind of cool. So this is it, the Grabber G6.